Shalom Avracha, hope everybody's doing well, B'ezras Hashem. So in our previous video, we spoke about a case study of what that would look like, a person who has his sragshus, who's lit up, a person who has that emotional attachment to Avodas Hashem, the way in which it could protect a person when they're all alone, protect a person when they're in a state of a nisayon, a challenge in serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And over here, the Piasatz Rebbe, at the end of Perek Gimel, wants to make it very clear that he's under no illusions that whatever we're going to be learning, B'ezras Hashem, all this is like sort of a hakdama so far, he's under no illusions that this is going to free us completely from any experience of challenge, difficulty, struggle. There's no such thing. There is no such thing. The only thing that we're going to attempt to do is to help us make that struggle a bit easier. But there's nobody who's perfect, and there's nobody who's striving for perfection, because striving to be a perfect human is not striving to be a human, it's striving to be an angel. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu already had angels, didn't need it to create you and me. He created you and me to be in this battle. Sometimes you win, sometimes you fall short of your standards, but ultimately life is a journey, and the journey is the destination. That's the point, to be growth-oriented, to be a person who is constantly trying step after step to grow closer and closer and to strengthen and bolster their ability to move up the ladder and Avodas Hashem to the best of their capacity. So let's read these really important words inside, because it's a strong chizuk, it's strong encouragement as we set out on this journey, just to clarify that, you know, we're under no illusion, again, that we're going to attain perfection. It's not even the goal. Says the Rebbe, Ein anutayim lachshav. We're not making the mistake of thinking sheyale biyadeinu limtzayim tzayim chazakim abetuchim lasis behem as resen kol ish biyadai shalo yisragesh mishum davar namach. Right? We don't imagine that we're going to be able to give the person tools so that they will always hold the reins of their souls in their hands, so that they should never get drawn to anything that's lowly, anything that's not exactly, you know, in connecting to the realm of the spiritual and rapture and devotion. Or that at any given moment the person can feel this passionate emotional connection to holiness, right, that we're going to purify all of our thoughts, and all of us is just going to rise in this beautiful fire of awe and love all the time. That it's impossible, and that's not what our vision is. And he brings a short story from the Baal Shem Tov, Zecher Tzaddik V'Chodesh L'Vracha. At one time, there was a very special person, a very respected person. And the students of the Baal Shem Tov came to him. They wanted to know: is this person fit for leadership? Is this person really a gadol? Right? Is this person in position to be able to lead others, to guide others? So they came to the Baal Shem Tov with this question. He writes him because they wanted to know whether this is a person who's fitting to be in leadership. So the Baal Shem Tov answered very simply: do a test. You could have an indicator that we can test whether he's fit for leadership or not. What's the test? Ask him if he can give you advice how to completely free yourself from any thoughts that are lowly or distracting along the journey of Avodas Hashem. How to get total peace of mind from any of the confusing thoughts, any of the doubts that we have, any questions in Emunah. We want to be free. Ask him for that piece of advice. If the person gives you any kind of advice for this, in response to this question, you should know that he's fooling you. That this person is not an authentic leader. Because the correct answer to that question is, I can't give you any advice that's going to enable you in 1 minute to overcome all of the hurdles of this worldliness. That's not even the point. And anybody who, for the purpose of bolstering the perspective of others vis-a-vis how incredibly holy and how incredibly plugged in and how many good pieces of advice he has, he's going to now fool himself and others by saying that he has the solution. You know for sure he's fooling everybody, because that's not authentic. And anybody that's really being authentic will tell you right away, there's no such thing. I don't have that advice that tzaddik needs to tell his chassidim. I also struggle on my level, so to speak, right? On his level. The tzaddik also struggles because there's no such thing as being completely and entirely free from this experience. It's constant work. Every person, each person in accordance with their what's called nekudas habechira, where they are on the spectrum and on the graph of spiritual growth. Every person's got a struggle. That's life. Adam la'amal yulad, a person was created for this struggle. Right? That struggle is the purpose for this whole experience, is the precious foundation upon which this entire reality is founded. It's the reason that we're here. This is why Hashem created us. For this constant battle that enables us to rise even beyond the angels who don't deal with these confusing, distracting thoughts. Because they don't have this evil inclination, this experience. So what do we want to do? Skipping a couple of lines over here. Okay, we're not reading every single word. See, he says, Hashem, the only thing that we need, that we want to do, make it a bit easier for you. To help to cleanse you, to refine you. And we're going to help. Because your soul, if it's lit up, will begin to penetrate, to shine forth into your midos, into your traits, into your physical being, and that will enable them also to become lit aflame with this experience of connection and excitement and passion for Avodas Hashem. Wishing everybody the most wonderful day. Chazak v'yamatz. We'll see you in the next video.